Hello, good evening. We're back. It's Cheltenham, lad.
Merry Cheltenham.
It's Cheltenham.
Merry Cheltenham,
Merry Cheltenham, everyone.
I won't be able to sleep tonight.
As usual, we're going to chat about every race of every day, day by day, and we're going to hopefully try and get a few winners and help you get a few winners. We're going to introduce a couple of new things this year. We're going to tip our best bet of the day, each way bet of the day, and then the three of us are probably going to do that in a treble. And we're also going to have a thing called a Bismarck this year, where each one of us will Bismarck a pretty fancy horse every day that we think won't win. Should we crack on, boys?
Absolutely.
Right, here we go. The first race of the first day. The Sky Bet Supreme Novices Hurdle, Grade 1, 2 miles, hurdle. Who wants to begin? I don't mind going.
I think you've got a strong opinion on this race.
I have got quite a strong opinion on this. First thing, let me just say, this is a tip-top Supreme. One of, you wouldn't be surprised if there's 12 runners, you wouldn't be surprised if one of 8 won it. But I can only go what my eyes have seen, and the horse in this race has impressed me that much, and as boring as it is, it's the favourite. He might not even be favourite tomorrow though. Is Nicky Henderson's Old Park Star. He was super impressive when at Cheltenham, and then he raced again at Haydock in the, I can't remember what that race is called.
The Rossington Main.
And he absolutely bolted up on a course I probably don't think would suit him, and he absolutely bolted up by 18 lengths and didn't come off the bridle again.
What, on a Billy?
On the Billy Idol, yeah.
Yeah, he was on the Billy Idol.
Billy Idol.
Yeah, for me, quite boring start from me, and I'm not really normally a favourite backer, but I have to back Old Park Star, because if I did back him and he won, I'd be sick. So yeah, Old Park Star for me. But like I said, as the other guys will mention, there's some good horses in here, and this is not straightforward as backing a favourite. It's quite possible that one of many could win.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You want to crack on, Gregor?
Yeah, go. I've got not really much to add to that. Really, it's a tip-top Supreme is a really good race, and I'm gonna have to agree with Old Park Star. On paper and ratings, and the way he won at Haydock was super impressive. Jumps for fun, but as Clive said, I wouldn't be surprised if he could get turned over. Mighty Park, he could be anything. He's only had one maiden, and he won in absolute hosed up. He's Willie Mullins, so you have to take that on. I like Talk the Talk as well. I think if Old Park Star weren't in the race, I would probably be backing Talk the Talk because I like him, and I also like Sober Glory because I am sober and I'm glory. So yeah, so
he's sober. I don't know about the glory.
Yeah. Yes. Any of those that don't know Greg, he's training for the London Marathon, not drinking alcohol. He is a lean, mean racing machine.
Yeah,
in fact, should be running at Cheltenham himself. I think.
Greg, if you were running in the Supreme, we'd have a 5 each way on you.
I just hope my horses as quick. Yeah. So yes, Old Park Star for me. With my three would be Old Park Star, Talk the Talk, Sober Glory.
In that order.
Yeah.
In that order.
Going to do the TriCast.
Okay. I also, I don't have a lot to add. I'm going to plug for the same horse, Old Park Star. Little bit of a story to this. I was at the sales when he was bought. Part of the team there that was buying him as an unbroken 3-year-old in Ireland. He obviously was then with Paul Nicholls, my great pal. He ran twice in National Hunt flat races last year for Paul, was second and third, ran well, but it was always a big frame of a horse. It was going to need time. I'm absolutely certain that whatever he does tomorrow, he will improve on as a chaser. He's every inch a chaser. But as Clive and Greg have already said, he's been visually very, very impressive. He's got a very good time form rating of 155, which I think is the third highest ever to appear in the Supreme.
Is it?
I think so. Well, certainly in recent times, I think Altior was higher.
Constitution Hill, maybe.
And maybe Constitution Hill, but not by much, by like a 1 mark, 2 marks. So he's got a very high rating. So for that reason and the visual impression, I'm going to go with him. As Greg said, Talk the Talk. Really should be a 2-time Grade 1 winner going into this. He fluffed his lines at the time before last. Must have a great chance. Mighty Park, the vibes from Mullins are that this is something special, another Faheen the Machine, that sort of thing.
Sorry to butt in. Mighty Park, you won by 38 lengths, but it was a maiden. You don't know what it's beat. It's so difficult as a punter to back that. It might well win, but on what you've seen, I just can't back it off of just that one run.
And also, I noticed today he has drifted in the betting. He was as short as 3-1 last night, and he's out to 11-2 now. I'm seeing. So
is he? I was convinced he might end up being favourite, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Doesn't look that way. Also worries me again that he's only had one run. Have they had some problems with him earlier on in the season? You know, I don't know. Not for me. I'm going to stick with that. El Kairos is another one you have to mention. Has a chance. Was 5th in the champion bumper when with different trainer.
He's a proper travelly thing, isn't he? But he does tend to miss one now and again.
My Daddy Paddy is a great name for the ladies out there who might have a dad called Paddy.
You could see 4 or 5 coming down the last, all going well, couldn't
you? Sober Glory, as Greg said, I think he's a very good horse. Again, got a very high rating. I think he's going under the radar a bit.
I'd be worried if he didn't get to the front though.
And I've got a real rag in this that I just
a rag in a Supreme.
If you
if
you could get 5 or 6 places even, I don't know if you will, but number 1, Baron Noir of Alan King's. Now he beat El Kairos in a bumper at Punchestown last year, which is really, really good form. He's taken a while to warm to his task over hurdles, but he has now won his last 2. He's 33-1 for very small stakes. If somebody's looking to do one at 33-1, I think you could do a lot worse than Baron Noir.
Just to
but to finish off, it's Old Park Star for me.
Yeah, just to currently 5-2 is the best price I can see across the board on Old Park Star. And Dave was right. Yeah, obviously 11-2 Mighty Park on the drift, and Talk the Talk has come back into second favourite. Like I said earlier, I think there's a lot of good horses in this, and I'm Old Park Star. I wouldn't be shocked if one of those top 5 or 6 in the betting won it. But yeah, for me, Old Park Star. That's a Supreme. Is anyone's Bismarck in that?
No. We'll do
Bismarck at the end. Save that at the end, shall we?
Do it Bismarck at the end, yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Race 2 is the Singer Arkle Challenge Trophy, Novices Chase Grade 1, 2 miles. Yeah, I'm not...
This is down to 6 runners now because there's already Mamba number 5's come out.
I've got my anti-post bet money back on them.
7. Looks like 7, Dave. Oh, no, 6.
6.
He wasn't going to win.
Can I ask the question? I'm thinking, is this a 2-horse race? Can you see anything beating the top 2?
I've got one off. I don't mind going first here. I've got one.
You go for it.
Okay, so obviously Kopek de Board has now come into favouritism. Willie Mullins, Paul Townend. He won the Supreme last year over hurdles. Very, very good. Very, very good horse. Won his first novice chase early in the season, impressively in Ireland. And then they've had problems. I think he had a bone chip on his front knee that was removed and it didn't settle down quite as well as they hoped. That's why he's coming here with only 1 novice chase under his belt, which has to be a concern. Also, the amount of time he's missed work, although Willie obviously wouldn't be bringing him if he didn't think he was ready. By all accounts, he's done 2 racecourse gallops, which they set up over fences in Ireland, where he worked him with other Grade 1 horses over fences, and he absolutely killed them by all accounts. So there's a lot of confidence behind him, and Ruby Walsh and co are in the Mullins team do like him. I think around this table, I am certainly plumping for Lulamba. You remember I gave the great song last year when he ran in the Triumph Hurdle.
Don't sing it again.
Yeah. But anyway, Lulamba, for me, he's had plenty of experience now over fences. He is likely to get outpaced at points in this race, I think, if Kopek de Board and others are going along at a fair lick, but he will come up the hill as strong as an ox, and I can see him jumping the last 3 lengths down in second and winning by 3 lengths. I think that's the sort of thing he might do. So for me, it's Lulamba. Kopek de Board, obviously, very good horse, could easily win it. And the rag in this one I'm going to put up is Jax Jr. at 18-1. He's been super impressive in his last 2 runs.
I backed him his last 2 runs.
And I just saw an interview with Tom Cannon, his jockey, the other day, and they asked him which horse, if any he wasn't riding, would he ride at the Cheltenham Festival. So he could have picked anything, the Gold Cup favourite, the Champion Hurdle favourite. And he said, no, I'm sticking with Jax Jr. He's my rider, and I think he'll go really well. And I think the ground will be ideal for him, I think. So 18-1. £1 each way. The only thing is, only 6 runners, so you're only going to get 2 places. So he could run well, but for me, it's Lulamba.
Shall I go, Grego?
Yeah, you go, mate.
I tend to agree with a lot of what Dave said there. I'm not super Lulamba as I normally am with Hendo horses. Kopek de Board is we've seen what he can do. It's just the experience thing for me. They're going to go lickety split as they always do in the Arkle, and as we know, the Arkle has been event field races in the past. Just look at last year's, and the same thing. I just think they will go fast, and I think there will be instant. Hopefully, no one gets hurt or anything. But I don't see it being a Lulamba from Kopek de Board or Kopek de Board from Lulamba. I think something will happen to one of the fancy ones, make a mistake or whatever, and I don't think they'll be the ones who. I'm going to go with the experience. I'm going to go for a Hendo opening day double and Lulamba. I would like to just mention. Dave said exactly what I thought about Jax Jr. I'd like to mention the mare Cargazy getting the allowance. I know obviously Townend's picked Kopek de Board, but I don't think she's no mug, and I think she could go well, and I think she might even split the big two.
She could. Especially if Kopek underperforms
exactly.
or Lamba underperforms,
Yeah, he gets taken off his feet. And
when I watch Kopek's race in Ireland, he does throw his head around a little bit. He can be free at times, and with this long layoff, I'd be a little bit worried he might be
fresh.
A bit too,
and he might blow himself out. But I'm just.
He did used to clump hurdles as well.
Yeah, he wasn't. He jumped okay. He was just the best horse in the race in the Supreme.
He did win easily, but no disrespect to the horses he beat. But I think Lulamba would have done the same to them anyway.
Yeah, Lulamba's won a Grade 1 with experienced horses in it.
So I'm going to agree. I'm going to go for the percentage and go for the experience of Lulamba, and he will stay up the hill. And I just got a feeling that Kopek might burn out, and he'll have him up the hill. So for me, Lulamba to win. Yeah.
Know what'll happen, don't you? Mighty Park will win the first, Kopek will win this, and we'll both be sitting here thinking, what the fuck did he back Mullins for? But if one trainer at Cheltenham in these big races often finds a way to turn him over, it is Nicky.
Yeah, so Lulamba for me, yeah.
Yeah, right. That's the Arkle. The 240. It's the first handicap of the day. As you can tell, Greg's smiling. I do like a handicap too. It's the McCoy Contractors Juvenile Handicap Hurdle, also known as the Fred Winter, over 2 miles. Whew. It's a tough one.
How many runners?
There are 22, I believe.
22 runner cavalry charge.
Yeah, 22 runners, and there was a couple of reserves, wasn't there? But that's gone.
6 places on Bet365 in this.
Yeah, many firms are paying 5-6 places. Again, it's hard to be confident in a race like this, and I've ummed and ahed about it, and Dave's probably going to slag off one of my selections, but I'm going to stick with it because I think he's a decent horse, and I think his form is very good.
Would I?
Yeah.
That's
and he has come right in now. He was 11-1 last night. That's Sky, but they're always tight. And that is trained by James Owen, is Amez. He's just had a recent run on the flat, but before that he was beaten this far by a horse called Manila Study. It's very well fancied for the Triumph on Friday. He did miss the third last and sort of went over the second last on all fours. But I have watched him when he won at Wetherby and when he won at Chepstow, and he jumped fine there. He was 6th in a big handicap on the flat at Royal Ascot, being by Merchant, I believe. And this has been the aim all season. He'll love the drying ground. He'll love that. And I just think he's sneaking under the radar a little bit. But that said, the price is coming down. And I was torn between him, and again, I've gone too English, no Irish for me again. I also like Winston Jr. and it's similar down that same sort of form line because he was also beaten by Minella Study, but he pulled the jockey's arms out the whole race. And when was it last time at Ascot? Was it when he bolted up like on the Billy Idol and he didn't come off the? So yeah, they're the two for me in this race: Winston Jr. and Amez. But Amez is my first choice just because he's getting a bit of weight from Winston Jr. as well. And I think their form is quite closely matched. But like I said at the start, you could make a case for a lot of these and. I'll be surprised my 2 weren't in the first 4.
I'm interested to see what Greg's got to say on this race because Greg will have done his own rating system, which he always does, which is always interesting.
Yeah, I agree with one and I disagree with another one. I like Amez. I think he's I think he's a bit shrewd bringing him on the flat and not risking his
He
handicap.
didn't run very well though, but
Yeah, but they don't.
that wasn't the aim, was it?
It's a sharpener, isn't it? If he'd have ran well, he could have gone up a few more pound, and he wouldn't be running off the mark he's running off now.
Sorry, can I just play one thing? Could you go up from a flat race on jumps? You can't, can you?
Can you?
You could go up the handicap if you
No.
ran on a flat and
No.
no.
Great jockey in the saddle as well, Mr. Bowen, who's been looking for his first Cheltenham Festival winner, wasn't he? So,
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to go with Mr. Mullins at 16-1, Madness Dell as well. I think that's. I've just noticed that is Townend not got a ride in the race. I've just gone through, and so Danny Mullins is riding it, and I can't see Townend with a ride, so don't know why he ain't.
Yeah,
riding.
which is a bit unusual, isn't it?
Yeah, so less Danny Mullins rides it regularly. I think he's top on my ratings, but the weight's a bit of a concern. But 16-1 for an horse trained by Mr. Mullins is, for a place. So they're my two, Amnes and Madness Dell.
It's rare to get a Mullins horse at that in a race like this at that sort of price.
What was top of Gregor rate? What was the top rated horse?
The top rated was Madness Dell, and then it was Amnes, then Manlager, and then the Nichols horse.
Just a
Nichols horse that ran on Saturday.
Right.
BB Muss.
BB Muss, yeah.
Right.
Sorry, Dave, just 1 second. But yeah, just a little bit of interesting fact. Willie Mullins has never won this race.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a very, very, very difficult race to pick the winner of. I have been lucky enough to back the winner of it a few times, but it's tricky. I'm going to just rattle off a few that I do like at the moment. Manlager, I like, and Nicky Henderson, Nicola de Boinville.
Ground?
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. On the basis of liking Manlager, I also fancy Pourquoi Pas Papa of Paul Nicholls. He's £6 better off on a 2 1/4 length beating at Haydock last time. They went well clear of the next. Paul's horse, Bibby Muss, makes a really quick reappearance after winning at Sandown on Saturday. He had to win at Sandown to get in this race. He was bought from the double green from Simon Monier and Isaac Swade by Colm Donlan to run in this race. So it's always been the plan to bring him here, but obviously off the back of 3 days we won't know how much that's took out of him. I think if he takes that race okay, he is a player, BB Muss, or however you pronounce it, Bide Muss, or I don't know how you say it. So he's a player. I'm just scrolling through to see if there's anything I've missed. I think that's it, and I think it's very difficult.
It is, yeah.
Dan Skelton horse has got a chance. The Mighty Celt, that was third behind Manlager and Pourquoi Pas Papa. That was also a horse that was offered to Paul to buy, and it failed the vetting at that time, and it's ended up with Dan Skelton. It ran quite well when it was third the other day. He'd have a chance, but the Irish have a good record in this race, I think.
They do, yeah, especially recently.
Another one I'd put forward would be Glen to Glen of Joseph O'Brien, who I think trained the winner last year.
He did, yeah, he's won the last 2 years.
And JJ Slevin on board. I think that must have a chance. But if I have to nail my colours, I'm going to go for two. I'm going to go Manlager, Nicky Henderson, and Pourquoi Pas Papa for Nicholls.
So there's a lot of English horses there, bar Greg, the one for Greg for Mullins. The last 8 of this race have been won by the Irish, so we might be talking bollocks.
They've got to get beat sooner or later, haven't they?
Yeah.
But no, to be fair, before that, we won it 3 years on the spin, and 2 of those were Paul Nicholls.
I'd
So.
say Paul's won it 3 times.
Yeah.
I know, so it is possible.
And I do think, before we go to the next race, I do think on paper it looks like the British have got a much stronger team this year than they've had for a while.
Just strictly on that piece of form, Manlager is 6-1 second favourite. She is 6-1 second favourite. She's £6 worse off with Pourquoi Pas Papa for 2 1/4 lengths, and he's 16-1.
Yes.
So each way, he probably offers some value, especially if you can get 6 places, 7 places.
She
Six
did
in
get
that. Six, yeah.
Manlager did get given quite a lot to do that day, and did.
Yeah, I think she probably is.
Reeled
the
her
better
in well,
horse.
didn't she?
Yeah, I think she's
But,
the better horse.
I like Manlager, but I listened to Nicky on one of the preview nights, and he was saying that she does like very soft ground, and she's not going to get that tomorrow. So that was kind of a negative, and I like her, but it was kind of the ground that's putting me off. But she'll probably go and win now. Anyway, yeah, there we go. What we got next?
The Ultima.
Oh, the Ultima. The Trust Smart Ultima Handicap Chase. 3 miles, 1 furlong, 22 runners. I'm going to let Dave go first on this because for obvious reasons, David.
Yeah, this is my bet of the day tomorrow. In a handicap, a 22 runner handicap. And it is from my old mate, Mr. Nichols. It's Quebecois. Number 16. He's got a lovely, lovely weight. 10 stone 10. I know owner Max McNeil and his family sponsor this race. Ultima is Max's company. And the plan for this horse, ever since he won at Ayr last year, was to come to this race. And I hope Paul has played a blinder with this horse. He's kept his light a bit under a bushel. He's run him over the wrong trip. He really doesn't like soft ground, so tomorrow's ground has really come perfect for him. One negative on the stats is he hasn't yet won over fences. He was very, very close though, and only a nostril out of winning at Cheltenham over 2 mile 4. So he's got track form. I think off 139 10 stone 10. He was 16 to 1 when I first had an each way bet on him. I think he's now showing 8 to 1.
Hold on, I'm going to get you on the right race, which is it's a 320.
10s, bet 365.
Yeah, I've got odds checker here, Greg, so you can get all the different firms' prices. Oh, he's come right in there at 10s, 9s. He's third favourite now.
Yeah. So he's my number 1. He's my bet of the day tomorrow. I think he'll run a huge race. And I'll just scroll through to make sure of anything else I want to mention. There's one horse I want to mention. I've just gone by him, but I'm just going down the bottom of the handicap first. Right. So the other horse I want to mention is there. He's at the other end of the weights. He's 11 stone 12. His handstands. I think this horse has got a lot of class. The trainer, Ben Pauling, in my opinion, a brilliant trainer, an up-and-coming trainer. This horse has got a lot of weight, 11 stone 12, but I think he is the class angle. I saw a preview where Ben was with Gordon Elliott, and he was very, very confident about this horse running a big race. He thinks he's had problems this year. He's had a wind operation, and but the way he's sounding, he's got him right back to his best, and I think he's got a great chance back in a handicap. He's been running in Grade 1s. He ran in the Betfair Chase, slightly disappointed, had a wind up. So 11 to 1, he's my danger.
Is that a new thing?
Yeah, headgear on it. Yeah, it's just been put out. I think it's Cheek Pieces, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, Cheek Pieces first time P1.
Yeah.
So again, that might just sharpen him up. Ben Jones also.
Great jockey.
We should have a word with Ben. He's had a fantastic season. Yeah. Any of you out there thinking of backing a horse at Cheltenham with Ben Jones on, do not be worried about the jockey. He is top class. So that's my 2. I'm going to go Quebecois and handstands.
Before we finish, Dave, handstands ground. That's a concern for me.
I think I probably prefer it a bit softer, but I don't think any horse we can make too many excuses on good to soft, to be honest.
No. So I don't discredit anything Dave said. I will be back in a Quebecois. Like Dave mentioned, there are a couple of stats that are against him, that he is a maiden over fences. Like Dave said, he was beaten that far. Was it Jordan's Cross, winning over 2.5 miles over at Cheltenham?
Yeah.
And he hasn't won over 3 miles over fences. He has over hurdles. So he has got a couple of the trends to overcome. But like Dave says, he's been trained for the race, and there's no way I could not have a penny on him. So he will be something I will be backing in this. I was hoping for a bigger price than 10 to 1. I need to get on, because he looks like he's going to. People are starting to latch on, and I can't have the favourite Jaguar. I think he's a good horse, but he won here last year off of, I think it was 139. He's now rated
152.
152. He's ran twice this season and been beaten twice, and he's gone up even higher. He's never won over this trip. They will go. It's decent ground. They are going to go a decent clip, and he tends to clout one or bunny up one or go through one. I don't think you're going to get away with that in this race. So at 7 to 2, I could be backing him. He'll still probably go and win now. I think Confusion is another improving novice. I think he could go well. I think the race at Haydock where he didn't get beat far, but I think that might have been a race 1-2-5. He'd run quite a lot. Gone up the handicap, and then now he's been kept fresh for this. He's never been to Cheltenham before, so that's a concern. Horses that win this often have been to the festival before, or at least ran at Cheltenham before, and he hasn't. I like Leave of Absence at the top there. I think he could run well. Honeyballs had a terrific record in handicap chases this year. Again, is he slightly too high in the handicap, but he's got course form, so he could go well at a decent price. So I'm not. This is a race without gloating. I've got a very good record in. I find it really hard to like. I thought Wendigo was going to run here, and he isn't. So I'm still kind of trying to. The Grey Highland, I've backed him many times. He loves good ground. He's got form at Cheltenham, so you couldn't rule him out, and he's just falling back down the handicap to a relatively competitive mark. So he could go well, but that's Henderson again. I just might as well back all his horses. Last year's winner, Miretown, I think he's gone up too much in the weights to win it again. He might run well again, but will he win it? I don't think so. And he tends to clout one. So yeah, I'm Quebecois, and I will probably back 2 in this. I'll probably do Quebecois, and I'm torn between Highland, Leave of Absence, and Confusion for who I have the other little bit on. But they're all similar prices. That's the problem. So they'll both be each way bets.
I've got it down to 3, and the 3 are Quebecois because he's unexposed, and he's, as Dave said, cracking weight, and he's unexposed. He's young. He's coming up through the ranks, so he could be still in front of the handicapper. And then another one that's coming the other way, which is Highland, which is £1 lower than when he last won, and he was going really well in that race. Where was it? Adonny or was it Kempton? Where you hit?
No, Ascot, wasn't it? It was quite behind Deep Cave, and Leave Absence was second, wasn't he?
Yes, and he hit the second last. He finished 4th, but it was a juddering error, and he was staying on. So and he will like the ground. The more it dries out, the better. And the other one is Imperial Saint, and the reason is he's a good run at Adoc. Probably his best race he's ever done over that trip, and he's only been raised £3, and Callum Pritchard is taking 3 off. So
he ran a really good race at Aintree, I believe, on decent ground last season, didn't he?
Yeah,
Second,
and he was behind Moon d'Orange last season. He was 3rd over probably a shorter trip, and he ran well there. So he's got course form. He's probably an each way player, and 20 to 1. I think he could definitely get in the first 6. It's Imperial Saint. So they're my 3. Quebecois, Highland.
Can I just say before we go on as well, although we seem to be favouring the British horses, in this race the British horses are favourable because the Irish haven't won this in the last 20 years. I think they've won of the last 26. So this is a race that is often won by a British horse. And there you go. Quebecois certainly is British. Right. What have we got next? Oh, it's the big one of the day. It's the Unibet Champion Hurdle, Grade 1, 2 miles. You might get some arguing here. Right, I love the new Lion. He won for me last year. I love him. But I was kind of hoping she wouldn't come because that made my decision easier. But now she's coming. Lossymouth. I'm leaning towards the grey mare. They're both rated 159, but she gets a £7 mare's allowance, so that helps. I think the better ground will help her. She's got a terrific Cheltenham record. I don't think she's been beaten here. She did get beaten by Brighter Days Ahead at Leopardstown, but she did beat Brighter Days Ahead the race before. I heard David Casey saying that she did a bit of work with cheek pieces on that they thought was really good, and that's what made the decision to come here. I'm very torn. I'm probably going to pick the wrong one, but I just think that she might be better than these. Lossymouth.
I vote.
Me? No, not Lossymouth for me. Never been a fan. Superb Cheltenham record, but she's won a mare's novice hurdle and 2 mare's hurdles. She's not beaten a decent horse at Cheltenham yet. Her best piece of form, arguably in my book, is when she was second to Constitution Hill at Kempton in the Christmas hurdle. But I believe Constitution Hill was nowhere near his best that day. He was coming back from a load of issues, and Rubaud was not that far behind, I think I'm right in saying, or was it
Burdett Road?
James Owen House?
Burdett Road.
Yeah, he wasn't far behind. So
he was second in the Champion Hurdle last year.
Yeah, well, very lucky. I mean, this race is wide open. Brighter Days Ahead.
I can't have her.
I really like her, but if this was at Leopardstown, I'd really fancy
yes,
her.
absolutely. And if it was softer ground, absolutely, but not here.
The new Lion. I've always felt that he's 2.5 is going to be his thing, but Dan is adamant that 2 mile is his thing. Golden Ace got a tremendous Cheltenham Festival record. She's also won a Mayor's Novice Hurdle. Obviously, last year she was a fortunate winner of the Champion Hurdle, but she's very consistent on the whole. At 10-1 or thereabouts, you could do worse. So for me, I'm gonna mention the one I think will win it, and that's that I'm going to go with the New Lion. And I think Dan and Harry are having such a great season. This has always been the plan. I believe they'll have him fit and firing for this. And
What about,
my old mate, Mr. Nichols, has supplemented Tutti Quanti, which for those that don't know means they didn't initially enter him for the race. So when you come in, you can then enter 6 days before the race, but you have to pay a premium. So they've paid 18,000 large ones to enter Tutti Quanti. He's a big improver. He won the what we used to call the Betfair Hurdle last time out. I don't know who it's sponsored by now.
I think it's still...
Is it the Ladbroke Hurdle or something?
Oh, Ladbroke, that's right, yeah.
In heavy ground, really, really deep ground. Watching it, I thought he went far, far too fast, Harry Cobden, but he just galloped them in the ground, jumped fantastic. He's gone up, he's had a large rise in the weights, but that only puts him 6 or 7 behind the principals here. And I can see him getting a soft lead again, and he has got form on good ground as well as heavy ground. Watched him do a piece of work at Kempton the other day. He's very impressive. Paul's convinced he's improved a lot. I think he's overpriced at 22-1. I'm not saying he will win it, but I can see him getting an easy lead, scooting down the hill 3-4 clear, and then it's catch me if you can. And
and they all see a grey mare in pink colours come looming up behind him, absolutely on the billy like that, and sprint away up the running, and I'll be there in Davo's ear.
Yeah. I don't think so. But anyway, so for me, New Lion and Tutti Quanti each way.
I won't be participating.
Really?
No.
Come on.
No, I don't know. I think if I have to, the £7 mare's allowance pulls it for me with Lossiemouth. I can't have brighter days ahead. She just don't perform when she comes here. She said last year she was dead on her feet.
Was it a bad run when she was beaten by Golden Ace though? Because she was beaten and Golden Ace went on to win. I know, luckily win a champion, but she was getting weight. Golden Ace.
But she just fell over the last. She was dead.
Last year, yeah, that was too bad.
Also, the first time when they say she ran okay against Golden Ace, she did, but she came over as the second coming. They thought she was totally invincible.
Yeah,
and she didn't. She got beat by Golden Ace. So
I don't think she'll like the ground either. I think she likes.
I think she prefers it softer.
Yeah, and I think she seems to have a very fond affiliation with Leopardstown, and like Greg just said, her record at Cheltenham.
I've also noticed that Alexei has come in from 50s out into 18s now. He's an improver. I'm not saying
you like the ground.
He's run some blinding races this year. He looked really impressive in the Greatwood when he won that. I know they're only handicappers, and this is a step up, but this ain't for me a vintage champion hurdle.
No, far
I think there's only one 160 horse in the race, and that's brighter days ahead, I think. So if I've got to know, I think it might be a watch for me. I don't know if I'm going to participate, but if I had to know my colours to a mast, it'd probably be Lossiemouth, yeah. Just because of that.
This, you wouldn't be. This could quite easily be a shock again, couldn't it?
Oh, it could be,
couldn't it?
You got Willie Mullins, Pony Ross, the Triumph Hurdle winner, 14-1. The ones we've mentioned: Willie Mullins, Amsterdam, 22-1. Even Henry de Bromhead's 80-1. Rag Workahead has got bits of form in the background, which would give him a squeak. It could be an absolute shocker. It could.
Yeah. Well, it has been a few times now, hasn't it? This race. So
just the thing that swayed it for me with Lossiemouth was just the mare's allowance. Really, I'll be sick of a pig if I get turned over by the New Lion, because I really like the New Lion.
Prepare to be sick.
I'm going to do it over you.
Onward.
Oh, this is a terrible race.
Oh, is it the plate?
I like handicaps, but even this one's for me. The puzzle's really hard.
I'll go first then.
You go first, because I agree with Greg. It's a stinker.
It is a bad race. I'm not strong on anything, but a friend of ours, when you're in doubt in a big handicap, Skelton. That's where I'm going. Madara. I know she's favourite. I just think she's been. I watched the race that last time. I think it was at Ascot. She was second. I think she got beat by Issam and Handbrake. He didn't even try. He didn't pull his whip once. To keep the handicap mark down. She's got good Cheltenham form. She's still only 7. She had a bit of a setback a while back. She won a couple of decent races before. Who was it? Leach, was it? She was trained by before Skelton got her.
Well, she's been around.
Yeah.
I think she was at Pipes at one stage.
Oh, was she?
Sophie Leach. Yeah.
She won 2 good races.
Is it a mare? I was thinking.
I thought it was a mare. Is it not a mare?
I got a feeling it might be a gelding.
Oh, really? I thought it was a mare.
I'm trying to. It doesn't matter anyway. But
Oh yeah, Bay gelding. It's not a mare.
Well, sort of. It ain't got no knackers, so it's sort of, isn't it? That's a transgender.
Greg's getting all.
Sorry, wokey. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. So
Yeah, I agree with the boys. It's a tough race, this, but I do think. And look, it's very interesting in refitted cheek pieces. I don't like the price in a race like this,
no.
but I do think she'll go close. He'll, nutless, go close. I can't. And of the others, I went through it loads. That's the proper thing. I went through it loads and loads of times having a look and thinking, am I just having a look at this just to have a bet? And I look at all the others and I just don't fancy any of them. So yeah, Madara for me, but not a great price. I think 4-1 is the best I can see.
Shall I go next, Dave?
Yes, mate. Yeah.
I think there's another handbrake, a bit of handbraking going on with this Emmett Mullins horse.
Oh yeah, he's an handbreaker, Emmett Mullins.
McClory, but when I went through its form and its stats, it's bottom of the league on stats. So I'm just going to have a little bit on a maiden in this, Mullins again. And
Emmett Mullins?
No, Willie Mullins.
Oh, Willie Mullins.
He's a maiden, he ain't one, but he always seems to turn up at Cheltenham. He chased Caldwell Potter home last season. He's been second and third, and his handicap mark ain't changed. He's 16-1. I'm going to just have a little $5 each way on Omore Park at 16-1.
Omore Park.
He likes the good ground. He likes Cheltenham, and you know, I just can't. I don't. When I looked at McClory, I know you could give him there could be handbrake, but his form. When I watched it, I just thought, I can't know. I thought 9-2 for him. I thought he's got a lovely weight, 10-7, but so I'm just going to go for an horse who likes the ground, trained by a good stable, and likes Cheltenham. So I'm going for Omore Park each way.
Davo, give him your handicap chase stat about Mr. Mullins.
Yeah, interestingly, Willie Mullins, the champion of Cheltenham, over 100 winners at the festival, has never, ever, to this point, trained a handicap chase winner at the festival.
Until tomorrow.
That's quite a stat.
It is.
quite a stat.
Because he will have run quite a few. And so anyway, like I say, stats are there to be broken, but he hasn't won one yet. So my view on this is, I wasn't keen on Madara. I looked at this race at the weekend, but I am coming round to it. But I think the price will ultimately put me off.
Yeah, 4-1 is the best I can say. I think that's
23 run a handicap. You only got to get a bit of trouble in running, and Harry will almost certainly be held up off the pace as he tends to do with a lot of them. I'd give Down Memory Lane a squeak for Elliott and Kennedy, Jack Kennedy and Gordon Elliott. I give him a squeak. I also give Down Mexico Way, running a Grade 1 at Leopardstown at Christmas.
That's
DRF, sorry.
Oh, Gazy and Ramo.
Yeah. He was in another county, but I think this has probably always been the plan. And De Bromhead does have a knack of springing out from not training any winners at all in Ireland and coming to the festival and banging in 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So I'd give him a chance. You couldn't rule out Booster Bob. Good name. You couldn't rule him out. But again, do I fancy him enough to back him? Probably not. And then you're in amongst the long grass off the side of the fairway now. I mean, I don't know. The one rag I'm going to put up in this race is also a Dan Scout.
Yeah, I was about to say exactly the same one. I know you're going to say.
Risking the ground.
He'll love the ground.
Definitely.
He's got Cheltenham form. He'll love the ground, and he's actually £2 lower than his last winning mark.
And he beat Omore Park.
I'm a little bit surprised that Tristan Durrell's not riding him over Boombourne, to be honest, because I don't fancy Boombourne at all. I think risking the ground at 33-1 is worth a $5 each way.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So I think my number one pick, I'm going to go, it's between Down Memory Lane and Down Mexico Way. We're both down, so probably should do a reverse forecast or something. I think I'm going to go Down Mexico Way as my main pick, and the each way rag that I just gave, whose name is escaping me already, Risking the Ground. Yeah.
Decent. He won that a decent race at Cheltenham last season.
Did anyone
mention Omore Park?
Did anyone mention no questions asked?
No.
Won't get uphill.
No?
No.
I think he's a decent horse. I just think maybe he's a little bit too high in the handicap.
Yeah, that's my worry.
Yeah.
He's kept winning now. He's got 149.
Yeah, that's probably too high. Anyway, yeah. Skelly to come swinging for me.
But you could easily be right. You could easily be right.
Right. Now, the 5:20, the National Hunt Challenge Novices Handicap Chase over 3 miles, 6 furlongs. Well, nearly 3 miles 7. Was that 3 miles 5? Yeah, 3 miles 6.
5.
Yeah, 3 miles 6 furlongs.
My bet of the days in this.
My bet the day's in this.
Oh!
I didn't fancy anything in this. I was thinking I'm going to leave this race alone. The more I looked at it,
We both
the
fancied
more
the
the
same
confidence is coming.
All I can say is this is the race last year where I put
Yeah.
my nap of the week up
one. No, I ain't put me that for the week.
and absolutely bolted in. 80 Calora, who's now running in the Gold Cup on Friday.
Yeah.
And he's going to win it and all.
Anyway, well, if you've got
This dickhead back transmission.
if you've got your naps here, go for it, boys.
I really, really fancy for James Owen again, who trains Ames, One Big Bang. He's a grey. He was 5th in the Thames Hurdle last year to Doddy the Great, and he looked like, if you watched the race, he looks like he got a little bit done for a little bit of pace, but this is 3 miles 6 over fences, so. And he also then went on to Punchestown, where he was third to Gerard Coda Repine, and Doddy the Great was second. He was third. He had some decent horses behind him, so a big field handicap isn't a problem. He's also entered in the. He's definitely running here, but he was also entered in the Midlands National, which is on the Saturday. So you obviously think this horse stays. He was beaten first time out this year by Wade Out, who's very fancy for this, but this time he's £9 better off, and he was the first time out. And do I believe he's
First ever race over fences.
It was his first ever race over fences, yes. And he looks like a marathon trip is exactly what he's after. He looks like a very decent jumper. Yeah, and like I said, this is a race I was like, nah, this is go for a piss and have a pint job. But it's no, I really, really fancy One Big Bang. Now, the more I come back to it, I definitely will be having a bet, and I definitely will be back in One Big Bang because
I totally agree. I'm on the same one. I just think he's up and coming. He's only £2 lower than his winning mark. He's been dropped a pound. He's, as I said, exactly what you said. I just think he's going to win on the billy. I really do. So
I don't think he'll win on the billy. This is a sloggers race, right? This is up and down on the spot.
Not on good ground. No, I agree.
That's another thing. The ground seems to be in his. That he's come for him as well. He seems like a good, decent ground.
I've looked for it. I like Wade Out as well, but the 12 stone. Even though he got a claimer on now.
No.
Bones on him.
That's it. 12
One
stone.
Big Bang's got a claimer.
Lugging 12 stone for 3 miles 6.
What did one shoot about him? What do you think of Alex Chadwick?
Yeah, good boy.
Yeah.
He used to work for Paul several years
Oh,
ago.
did he?
Yeah, and then he went riding a lot of Arab pony racing for James Owen, funny enough, because that's what James Owen used to do before he trained racehorses. And he's come through with James Owen, been there all the time, gets a lot of opportunities. I've got no worries about Alex. I think he'll be fine on it.
I think Grant Jest will go all right as well. He handles Cheltenham, and the only other horse who's got the extended distance is the Rag. But I don't fancy him. But he's run over 3.5 miles. So
Which one's that, mate?
the one right at the bottom, Holoclear.
Hollow Kia, yeah.
But I don't fancy it. But I'm just saying he has won over 3.5 miles. So the only other one is Grant Jest.
What about Iceberg Theory? That must have a chance.
£13 higher than his winning mark's a bit worrying, isn't it?
Yeah, but
For me, I've got two here. All along I thought Wade Out was made for this race, but 12 stone puts me off. I don't see him in the Haiti Claw mode.
it's a long way to lump 12 stone as well. Isn't it?
Haiti Claw, I don't even know what he carried last year.
11.5.
But he could have carried 12 stone. He was that good and
But
that
he
much
carried-
better than.
He carried 11.13 and won a Welsh National.
But no, so the first one I'm going to put up is one for Up to North, from the Parkinson and Sue Smith stable up in Yorkshire. Grand Geste. He's 12 to 1. I just want to give a shout out to his jockey Danny McMenamin. He rides mainly in the north of England and Scotland. I think he's a really, really underrated jockey. Rides really, really well. Rides a lot for Nicky Richards. Rides a lot of winners up there. So this horse won't lack for any support in the saddle. He's got form over marathon trips. He won the Tommy Whittle at Haydock. I just had it in my head that he needed really soft ground, but that last race at Haydock, he won was on good to soft. So we can't make any excuses there. So I put him up at 12 to 1 as a good chance. And the other one I really fancy is One Big Bang.
Hey.
We all like that, don't we?
Principally, the weighed out form, I think, is good. He's now with the Riders' Claim. I think he
I think it's
is
£9.
£9 better off
Yeah.
for like not very far. I forget how far it was. I just looked.
3
and
lengths, I
forgotten.
think.
Let me just tell you how far it was.
3 lengths, 3.5 lengths.
3 1/4 lengths. He's
3
£9
1/4
better off. There's no way on that form weighed out can beat him.
And that was first time out for One Big Bang as well.
Yeah.
And it was his first race over fences.
Yeah, I suppose the only thing, he hasn't been over that marathon distance.
No, that's
will he get up the hill?
That's definitely a
But-
tick in Grand Jest's book, isn't it? That he's run over a marathon trip.
Yeah.
But he definitely looks like a horse that wants it. One Big Bang, and the fact that he had an entry in the Midlands National on the Saturday, I think that's 4 miles, isn't it?
Yeah.
4 1/4.
That tells the story as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, so that's good. So we're in agreement on one horse, and Grand Jest has definitely certainly got an each way chance of 12 to 1.
Right, we'll finish up with, we'll go through our each way bet of the day,
All right.
and then we'll do our Bismarcks of the day.
Yeah.
So my each way bet of the day is the One Big Bang. I think he's 9 to 1, isn't he?
Can I pick the same one, or do I have to go with something else?
I suppose you go something different.
Oh, so you've nicked One Big Bang. Yeah. Well, I'll have Ames then.
Davo?
Well, it's only one for me, isn't it?
Oh, Quebecois.
Quebecois.
Yeah.
Is that our each way treble then?
Yeah.
That's not bad as we bet, is it?
Quebecois.
Right, and Bismarck.
Jaguar, 100%.
Explain.
Explain. All right. One is, I think he's too high in the handicap. One is too high. I think he's a decent animal. I do.
Yeah, he's
But
definitely got an
he's
engine.
got potential.
Definitely.
But one, he don't jump good enough for me. He's a bit sketchy. I'm not saying he's a terrible jumper, but he loses ground. 2, he's never gone over the trip before. For me, he's too high in the handicap. And I'm not. If John Joe, if you are listening, you're not one of my favourite jockeys. So that's the reason why.
But he's not riding it.
No, who's riding?
Mark Walsh.
I'll stop. Well, he's not that much better neither. So. He's a bit better than John Joe.
John Joe's riding Iroko.
Oh, right. So, sorry about that.
Off that mark, he is quite close in the weights to, like you were saying, Handstands, who's a classy horse. Iroko, he's quite closely matched to them on the weights. They're graded horses, aren't they? I mean, he wins this off 11.9. You've got to consider him as being a graded horse.
Well, if I Bismarcked him, he probably will win.
My Bismarck is the other mare. Oh, sorry, there's 3 mares in the Champion, but the other Irish mare, Brighter Days Ahead. I just can't have her on the ground, and at Cheltenham, I don't see her winning.
And my Bismarck is Lossima.
Oh, tomorrow will be interesting. One of us will be grinning.
Anyway, good luck to you all.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck.
Either take no notice of us or take all notice you want. But
Yeah.
we put up plenty of winners last year, and all through the year I get feedback from my pigeon racing friends and horse racing friends. A hell of a lot of people watch us now, so enjoy the festival.
Yeah.
Eat good food, drink some drink,
And One Big Bang.
Yeah.
stuff it up them bookings.
Yeah. Don't get swayed by us. If you've got strong feelings about something, back it.
Oh, just one more thing, quickly. All horses and all jockeys come home safely over this meeting. That's the
Yeah,
main-
absolutely.
that's
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, well said, Griggy.
Well said.
Right, see you tomorrow.